Here's Mrs. Crime looking at the payments for parking. It says 30-minute parking we have here, but definitely Mr. Wade here. We are now at the Pittock Mansion out here in Portland, Oregon. And me and Mrs. Crime decided to come out here and make a video of the place to show you guys the Pittock Mansion. Now, this mansion has been in a starring role in the movie Unhinged back in 1982 or 84. I will be posting that date. So that movie was actually made the outskirts of this place. I think the fireplace inside the place and the upstairs bedroom was used as a scene in the movie Unhinged back in the 1980s. Hope you guys enjoy our view here. This is Mr. Wade, Mrs. Crime. She already walked up in, left me here as usual. But definitely stick by. We will give you outskirts of the nice, famous mansion here and enjoy the footage. Stay tuned. Pow. So as we know, this place here was built 1912. It began the construction of the place by Mr. Pittock, and it finished off in 1914. And his wife, Georgina, they met way back after the Oregon Trail. They came over to the state of Oregon, and they came here and made this. Was way in advance notice. They both got married, and 1912, the construction of this place began. 1914, they moved in. Family's been here since then. They passed away maybe 4 years later from the time this was made. The grandson sold the house in late 1950s. In the 1960s, this place became known as what it is now, is a historical site. It's been in a lot of movies. Unhinged, #1. This outskirts of this movie, 1980s. The horror flick was actually on this house right here. Stay tuned, a lot more to come at the Pittock Mansion. As you see, Mrs. Crime, she likes to get up and close and personal with different things, of anything we videotape. Once again, check out Whisper Moments 38, which should be coming up probably next week. Mrs. Crime over there doing her thing. Once again, this place here is very historic. Of course, we had to pay to park. We also have a time when you can go and actually see the museum, and they're closed as of now. As we see here, the fees. So as we take our walk through here, we come across the inner foyer of the mansion, and we walk out back. A lot of shrubbery here, a lot of trees, a lot of beauty. There's a major overlook that we're going to see of the mansion. And once again, those joining right now, this is the Pittock Mansion. Built in 1914. It was being established and constructed in 1912. Pittock met Georgina in the 1800s, 1850s, right during the Oregon Trail. They got married later on in years. He became a wealthy businessman. He started off in just, I think it was in the mail area. He ended up getting investments in different type of things, became a multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire, and he ended up creating this mansion right here, which him and his wife ended up dying practically 4 years after the construction of this mansion. Some of the shrubbery right there, look at this. Beautiful overlook of the harbor area out here in Oregon. I think around here, around the side way over, you may have what they call Mrs. Crime's favorite bridge called the Fremont Bridge. She loves that bridge. Take care of the billboard here. Pittock Mansion, view to the north, World's Fair, promoting Portland, the panorama of mountains. Lewis and Clark Expedition in Oregon. Wow, the circa 1900, Lewis and Clark Exposition, 1905. Very beautiful, right? The Pittock Mansion out here in Oregon. Once again, we get a lot of Mrs. Crime views right here. She's coming through the outdoor foyer of the mansion. And she's definitely walking by. There she goes. Mr. Wade here. Once again, I like to always emphasize a nice place we go to and you see the mansion area. Once again, this place here was in a movie called Unhinged back in the 1980s. Now this movie is based off a guy. I'm gonna post it, his name, and basically this guy was like in Wyoming or Wisconsin, a notorious murderer. Now what he did was he used to take people's skin, put it over his face, his body. He was known to do that, chop up people and just use it for different things that he needed. Now that guy sparked off Unhinged, which is a criteria of this. They use this house right here to make the movie Unhinged, which is based off of this guy I'm explaining about. This guy started the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This man started the guy that did the Psycho movies. He did that as well. The guy I'm pointing out, posting right here. Stay tuned for a lot more. We ran into a thing called a family home, the Gate Lodge, the Skeen residence. The Pittock chauffeur, Herman Hawkinson, and his wife, Helen, were this house's first occupants. Moving in after it was built in 1914. Moved out 1918, 1953. Italian-style home grew. It was restored back in 2001 and 2003. Perks of the job: jack of all trades. He maintained the grounds and greenhouses. Did everything. This is the house of the Pittock's chauffeur. Wow. A chauffeur with his own house. Right on the backside of the Pittock Mansion. This is the stairs me and Mrs. Crime just came down to see this house of the chauffeur. Nice. Very nice. Look at the stunning views that you get from the Pittock Mansion here. You can see the overlook of the whole city of Portland from up here. Over here you can see the bridges. If you guys don't know, Oregon is the city of many bridges. Very nice. So me and Mrs. Crime, we're just sitting here looking at the overview. It's very nice. For those just tuning in, just know that this is the Pittock Mansion, very famous, one of the mansions out here in Oregon City. Now this place was built in 1914. It was established in 1912, but it's also built up to 1914. Mr. Pittock and his wife Georgina, they met back in the Oregon Trail days, and they got married years later. After the building of this place, 1914, they ended up passing away together in 1918, 1919. And this house here, years later, with family, still living in the house, and the grandson, the last term, the 1950s, ended up selling the house. The city took over and became a historical value of what is now called the Pittock Mansion, which has historical insights, tours twice a week. Me and Mrs. Crime missed the tour today. But hope you guys enjoyed the footage that we gave you of the Pittock Mansion. A lot more to come from Tombstone Whispers. I'm Mr. Wade, and
Mrs. Crime.
till next time, thank you to all our subscribers out there. Plenty more to come.